someone that I will emulate, somebody that you will identify with. He's a no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is guy from New Jersey who has burst onto the scene in 2010 and has captured the imagination of the whole country. He became a rising star in the Republican Party because he was willing to talk honestly about the challenges and the problems in his state and his country. He took over a state that had structural imbalances, much like Wisconsin. Their budgets weren't sustainable. He told me they had an $11 billion deficit when they took over. There was partisan bickering, probably still is, but he somehow has risen above it. They needed jobs, and he created an atmosphere that people could thrive. Over 33,000 more people work in New Jersey than when he took office. And this stands in stark contrast to our state and our governor.
I think there are startling, disturbing similarities between the campaign being run by the President of the United States and the campaign being run by the governor of Missouri. All right? Now you heard the president just this past week say one of the most incredibly stupid things I've ever heard anybody say in public life. He was in Miami and the president said, "You can't change Washington, D.C. from the inside." Now, I went on TV later and I said, listen, I want to help the president. I really do. I want to help the president. So I want to remind him of something. Mr. President, you live at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. If the man who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue can't change Washington, D.C. from the inside, then do me a favor. Get on a plane to Chicago and go back where you belong. And you see, worse than that, listen, we all could agree, and even the president, like when he was laying in bed that night, was going, damn man, I shouldn't have said that. I know he was. You know he was too. He turned to Michelle and said, how the hell was I that stupid? I know all those guys out there are going to kill me on this now. I know they are. When Dave Spence assumes the governorship next January, he is going to clear away the obstacles that are stopping Missouri from creating jobs. He is going to clear away the obstacles that are holding down Missouri families from having the opportunity for greatness. And let me tell you what this election is all about, everybody. When you get down to the core, what it's all about is Missouri is a great place, filled with great families that have a long history living in this state, building it into the great place that it is today. And I want you to know that if you return Jay Nixon to office, here's what likely will happen. Your children and your grandchildren will have to leave Missouri because they won't be able to find a good paying job here. They won't be able to afford to pay a mortgage here. They won't be able to afford to put food on the table here. And that's not only bad for Missouri, it's awful for Missouri families. Because here's what you don't want to become. And here's what Jay Nixon is leading you to with his failed liberal Obama policies. This is what he's leading you to. He's leading to you all becoming airplane parents and grandparents. If you're willing to stand up and fight for Dave Spence with me, I will stand up with you and fight for Dave over the next 44 days. And if you are willing to sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed over the next 44 days to take Missouri out of the awful path that it's in and put it back on a path towards opportunity and success for every Missourian, then I am going to stand with you. We are going to fight together. And in January of 2013, we are going to see a bright new day when he puts his hand on the Bible, takes the oath of office as governor, and lights this state on fire. Thank you all very much.